Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I do fly GPS camera drones like Mavics, Phantoms, anything by DJI, Autel and all the other companies, as well as every FPV drone on the planet. I also wear t-shirts with my name on them just in case I forget who I am. Now, one of the things we do in the drone hobby is if we fly a drone like a DJI Mavic or anything below that, you have a display because you have to see what the camera is sending back. Some people don't have a lot of money, so they fly outside with an iPad. This is an iPad. It belongs to my wife, and it is utter for using with a drone. Now, I know many iPad owners are going, hey, it's not it works fine with my drone. Yes, you're right. It kind of works fine, but it's not designed for outdoors in the glaring sun. Also, if you're sitting there, I've done this, adjusting your tablet because of all the glare you're getting, it falls to the ground and you break your screen. This is why my wife has this big yellowy thing all around it. It's so she doesn't drop it off the couch and break it. Also, if it starts to rain outside, that iPad's not going to last very long because you can't even touch the screen. As soon as that screen on an iPad gets wet, it doesn't respond to anything. It doesn't like gloves either when you're touching it in the winter time. It doesn't like dust flying around. It doesn't like the environment. And worst off, if you're on a boat and you drop it in the water, say bye-bye because it's not waterproof. So honestly, the number of tablets that are on the market designed for drones is pretty much one. And it's made by Tripltek. This one I'm holding in my hand is the Tripltek 8 Pro, and it came out a year ago, and this is the box it came in. Well, I could throw this away because they have a new one. They have version 9 now that they just sent me. I've had this for about a week, but I haven't had a chance to look at it, so I'm just going to look at it with you right now. So if you order this, this is the box it will come in. There we go. There's my little tablet inside. It's still wrapped in plastic. All the specs are on the back, but I'm going to help you out and tell you all about it. And speaking of specs, when I tell you the specs, you're going to be blown away because they've really outdone themselves with this tablet. Now, one thing I have to make clear, after I tell you all the specs and everything, you're going to go, oh my God, I have to have this. Just keep in mind, this tablet is not an iPad. An iPad is made for consumers who are at home, on social media, or watching movies and having fun, sitting on your couch. That's what an iPad is for, and maybe even doing a little bit of business work. This is for people who want to take their tablet outdoors in all types of environment and attach it to all sorts of equipment, smash it around, maybe even use it like a cell phone because it does work like a cell phone as well. That's what this is for. It's not an iPad. So I'm opening this up for the very first time. We'll see what's inside. I see there's a tablet in here and it's wrapped up really nice. So I'm just going to yank it out of that and we'll see what it looks like. There we go. It looks like that. And there is a screen protector on the front that I have to attach myself, but I'm going to do that later. I'll just put it over on the side. But there's your tablet. I'll power it on in a second. I'm just seeing what else is in the box. Here I can see there's a SIM card remover in case you want to put a SIM card in it for data. You also get a USB-C cable, a wall wart to plug it into the wall to charge it up. Oh, you get a strap for the back that you can put on. Kind of like my wife's iPad here with the strap on the back. You also get plugs for different countries, just in case you don't live in North America like I do. You do get the tools to attach the strap to the back of it, and you also get what looks like an adapter for your USB plug. There's even an adapter cable in here. It says connect the USB-C white to the remote controller, so it must be like a data type cable. Finally, you get a card that tells you a little bit more information about the tablet. It's only written on one side in English. On the other side, it's a different language. It's just trying to tell you a few warnings. Avoid this, watch that. Then you get the instruction manual. All right, so what I'm going to do next is just drop this in the box and I'm going to tell you all the specifications. And as I tell you all the specifications, I'm going to show you close-ups of the tablet. Here we go. There's an awful lot of specs. I think we're up to like 27 or 30 different specs that I can tell you. So get a pen and paper and write these down or just memorize them. Here we go. First off, the Tripltek 9 Pro has an 8-inch display diagonally. This tablet is the only tablet in the entire world that has a sustained brightness of 1300 nits. It does have a 4K display. You can touch it with gloves on, and even if the screen is wet, you can still touch it and it still works. It has an anti-reflective UV coating on the screen, also fingerprint resistant. It is compatible with polarized glasses. It does run on Android version 12. Inside, it has 12 gigs of RAM to process information you're putting into it, but to store information, it comes with 256 gigs of storage on board. Now, if you put a micro SD card in it, you can expand that onboard storage to 1 terabyte. Powering this beast is an octa-core 64-bit CPU, and if you have the previous version, version 8, this version is 70% faster. For those who want to connect this tablet to a cell phone tower, it is 4G LTE ready. You can put a SIM card in it. It does have Bluetooth 5, and it does have Wi-Fi at 2, 4, and 5 gigahertz. It's also near-field communication compatible. The battery in size is massive. You won't find anything bigger than this. The battery is a 12,200 milliamp hour battery. This tablet will work anywhere in the world because it has GPS built-in, GLONASS built-in, Bendu built-in, and Galileo built-in. It also has a built-in digital compass. As I mentioned, it is waterproof. It's IP68 rated. It's also dustproof, IP68 rated again, and you can drop it from a height of 4 feet and it's guaranteed not to break. It does come with a 1-year warranty, so if it does break, cash in that warranty. It's also shake-proof. And for those who like to take photos and videos, it does come with a 48 megapixel camera on it. That's on the back. You can also shoot 4K videos. And if you use the forward camera, it's a 20 megapixel front camera. 7 sensors of all types are built into this beast. Out of the box, it comes with over 20 languages. So no matter where you live in the world, it probably has a language that suits you. And the total dry weight is 1.3 pounds or 590 grams. So you can see this tablet is a powerhouse, and I haven't even shown you the physical features, all the ports on it and everything else, but I'll do that in a minute. I just want to emphasize once again that this is the only tablet on the market that you can buy that is designed for outdoor usage. In other words, it's the only tablet that has a sustained brightness of 1300 nits. And if you're not really sure what that means, it means like if you have an iPhone, which I have and I've lost my phone someplace, iPhones are pretty bright. Samsung phones are even brighter, but out in the sun, those phones are very bright, but they don't last very long in the brightness because the battery, draws power and the battery starts to get weak, so they shut down the brightness. This has a sustained brightness. In other words, you're out in the sun flying for 45 minutes, it's going to stay that bright for 45 minutes. It also has a massive battery in it, and because it's built, military rugged specs, tough, it's kind of heavy, so it's I have to look over here, 1.3 pounds, 590 grams. So if you have a tiny little remote control that you're using this tablet with, it's going to weight it way over. So keep that in mind when you get this to fly your drone. If you have a Mavic or anything like that, then you're probably fine because those controllers are a little bit bigger. Next thing I want to do is, just in case someone's going to ask, I'm going to give you the measurements as I see them. So it's 8.5 inches long. I'll put what that is in centimeters. Across, it is 5 inches across. I'll put what that is in centimeters. And for the thickness, 0.5, 0.6 of an inch. It's pretty small. So the next thing I guess I should do is go around the entire tablet and show you all the ports and buttons on this tablet. Here we go. Looking at the front of the tablet, we see our 20 megapixel forward-facing camera. Next to that would be a light sensor, and next to that appears to be a speaker for making a phone call. On one side of the tablet, we have our power button, and above the power button would be the volume control. On the other side of the tablet, we have an SOS button, which is just a button that you can configure to do whatever you want it to do. Next, we have the spot for your SIM card, if you're going to use it like a phone, as well as your micro SD card. Use the included tool to access the tray that holds your SIM card and micro SD card. On the top of the tablet is the USB-C port and HDMI port. Opening the dust covers reveals the USB-C port and the HDMI port. On the bottom, we have what appears to be the speakers. And on the back, we have what appears to be the microphones. On the upper left is the 48 megapixel camera, light sensor, and flash. These pins are for charging, but that feature is not yet available. And these 4 screws are to attach a strap or a tablet holder. Now I'm going to power on the tablet for the very first time and show you the screen so you can set it up to use it with your favorite drone. When it boots up, you'll see an image of a drone flying over the Tripltek logo, and then it will go into the welcome screen. Now you're all set. This is where you're going to select your language. If you want the tablet to function similar to a cell phone, then now's the time to put in your SIM card. If not, just connect to your home Wi-Fi. You'll be given the option to copy data over from another Android device. To get your account going, just log into your Google account. The tablet has the feature to tap to pay for items. Finally, you have to decide if you want to navigate sort of like an iPad or an iPhone, or do you want to navigate the Android way with the 3 buttons at the bottom. For Android devices, I much prefer the 3 buttons, and you can see them down here on the bottom of the tablet. The apps pre-installed on the tablet are shown here. You can stop the video if you want to take a good picture and get a good look at them all. To access your tablet settings, swipe down from the top and then swipe back up to get rid of those settings. Now I'm going to use this tablet with a DJI drone, so therefore I need the DJI Fly app. And that app is only available on the DJI Download Center. So I'm just using the browser, I'm going to the DJI Download Center, I find the app, I'm going to download it. Since I downloaded it directly from DJI and I didn't go through the Google Play Store, it's going to question me and ask me if I want to really install it. So I have to select the settings, turn everything on so that it will allow me to install it, and it will do the job itself. And here we have the DJI Fly app running for the very first time. Now to close the Fly app or any app, just swipe from the right and then select the square. Then swipe up to close the app. And you can see here the DJI Fly app is now on my homepage. Tripltek also sent me a tablet holder for the most popular DJI remote. In the box you receive a lanyard as well as a metal backing plate. You also receive a metal device that attaches to your DJI remote. Here I've laid out all the pieces and I'll show you how everything goes together. So this backing plate, metal backing plate, you would screw 4 screws into it, take off the cable off the remote, install the metal locking plate onto the DJI remote. It secures itself in place with a metal locking screw. Once everything is tight, then add the gooseneck connector, screw it into one of the available holes, then lock it into a shape similar to what you see here. Then attach the tablet backplate to the gooseneck and you're all set to fly. So there you have it. This was a quick look at the new Tripltek 9 Pro. Now you're probably wondering the price and the availability. If I look at the website, the price as of today of this video is about $970 US. Yes, it sounds expensive, but there's nothing else on the market like this, so you get what you pay for. Second thing to know is currently I'm making this video in the month of April, and in the month of April, if you go to buy this, you can only pre-order it. However, they do say on the website that if you pre-order it now, they're going to ship it to you in the month of May. So with all that said, I'm going to put links below to the Tripltek 9 Pro. Do you know you can still buy the version 8? I do have a full review on the version 8, so you might want to check that out. I'll put a link to it below. But yeah, you could buy this for much less money. But if you want the latest, greatest, you got to get the 9. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just post them below and I'll get back to you. But if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and I will catch you in a future video with many more product reviews. Until then, I say bye.